This rod here just got hit, and down it goes. Let's pick up on him, why don't we? This is on a skipjack head right here, folks, and he's gonna pull a little bit. And this rod goes down. You never know what's on the other end of the line. Will it be a little dink or will it be a drag peeler? You just don't know. That's part of the fun of catfishing. They vary in size so much. You don't know that Christmas present you open, will it be a ugly sweater or a whatever the new electronic device of the year is. It could go either way. This in here has got some fight in him. I'm anchored down. I say anchored down, I'm spot locked here on a main channel ledge. Now I assume I'm around 50 feet deep. Unfortunately, my battery charging cable on my graph battery apparently pulled off, so I was not aware when I plugged my battery in to be charged that it was not charging, so I have no electronics out here. So what I've done is I have used my Navionics app on the phone, which is pretty accurate for this area, and I have positioned myself where I think I need to be. So hopefully I'm in the right spot here. What I want to be is on this main channel ledge right as it starts to come up off the bottom, right on the edge of that ledge where these fish are going to cruise along as they make their way up and down river. And so hopefully I'm in the right spot. I've been on the water half hour or so. I got 2 rods baited with skipjack and 2 with white bass. This fish here ate a skipjack head. And so I've just got my baits. Got all 4 rods suspended. It's my favorite way to fish. Just got my baits a couple feet off the bottom, and typically when I'm really keyed in on a structure, that's a good way to fish. But out here today, with not having a way to confirm that I am where I think I am, I maybe should be casting my baits out, but we're gonna make the most of it out here this morning. I think we got us a little flathead on right here. Yep, we do. These flatheads, they always fight bigger for their size. I'd have swore he was a little bigger, but that's all right. I like all these flatheads. All right, folks, that one there ate the skipjack head, and he was nice enough to give it back to us, so we're going to use it again here in a second. There he is. Little flathead to start our day. That's a surprise, but I've been catching more flatheads lately than I have blues. I don't know what has happened to the blues, but I just have not been on them. Let's let this one go. See you, buddy. He gone. But them blues will show back up again eventually. I'll eventually find my way back to them, but I'm gonna drop this bait back down here. Let me just check it, make sure it's in good shape here. Yeah, it's still hooked good and everything. I don't think anything had touched it before that flathead come along, so we'll send it back down, and then I'm gonna ditch this sweatshirt. It was actually a little cool this morning when I got out here, so I had my sweatshirt on, but it's starting to get warm now that that sun's peeked up over the tree line. Give it another hour or two and it'll be so hot you can't stand it out here. All right, we're fishing again. Looky right here, folks. Looky right here. I didn't feel that one, buddy. Didn't even feel him. Just kind of glanced over and seen my rod was just kind of taken down. So I'm wondering if we ain't got us another flathead on right here. Wouldn't hurt my feelings none. This one here is on a white bass head. That's a fairly large white bass too. I was throwing a spoon a little bit on my last trip out and got that white bass. I said I'm gonna throw it in the cooler. We'll use it on the next catfishing trip. We putting him to use right here. He ain't going to waste. I bet this is another flathead. Usually in blues, when they hit the bait, they hit it so hard that you just know. But the flatheads, they'll sneak up on you sometimes. Oftentimes you'll feel a thump, and you need to see your rod tip kind of waving down. A little bit of weight on it. Other times you won't feel a thing. You'll just be sitting there minding your own business, and all of a sudden you'll see a little weight on your rod. And that's what happened with this one. That's another thing too about this kayak though. It's got this Minn Kota motor there with iPilot. You know, right now I'm in spot lock, and that thing's always adjusting to keep you in place. And I've been real impressed so far with how closely it will keep you on a spot, but that constant adjustment, that constant movement is making it a little bit more difficult for me to feel these lighter biting fish, like in this situation here, just because you get used to that motor just making adjustments and kind of moving the kayak all the time. Whereas before, it was the fish that moved my kayak. So I'll adapt to it, I'll get used to it. I definitely prefer that motor over dealing with a physical anchor and a rope. That is for sure. Yep, that's another flathead. I thought it was. You can just tell when they take a bait. 2 flatheads and no blues, y'all. The streak continues. There he is. Come on in here. You come on in here, you flatty. Flatty the fatty. Get that hook out of him. There's the bait he eats, that old white bass head, and again, it's still in good shape too. Ain't nothing hit it before this fish come along. My streak of catching flatheads without getting any blues continues. That's 2 today, and I think my last 4 fish total now have been flatheads. So I'm telling y'all, we will eventually get on the blues again, but it ain't right now. It's a nice flathead. That there might be a smidge bigger than the last one. I don't know. He was fun anyway. Well, let's send him home. Bye, buddy. Next time. Well, I'm gonna drop that bait right back down. Like I said, it's in good shape. When you don't have them little small blues and channel cats down there just pecking and chewing on your baits, they actually stay in pretty good condition for a while. I might could get used to this just catching flatheads. Wouldn't bother me a bit. I like them better anyway. Yeah, still hooked good and everything. Back down it goes. Oh, here goes this front rod. That's on the skipjack body piece right there. It ain't been maybe 2 or 3 minutes since we let that last flathead go, so maybe we got some fish turning on here and getting active. Sun's up high in the sky at this point now. Let's see, it's 8:12 right now. I got out here, I don't know, I guess a little before 7 this morning. I don't know what time I actually got set up. Took me a little while to get down here. I'm probably going to fish today till around 11. That's typically what most of my trips are, you know, 4 to 5 hours long. I think we might have us a blue on. We do, by gosh. We broke a streak. We finally got us another blue cat. I knew it would happen again eventually, folks. Okay. Well, we got the streak buster here, folks. We had us a nice run there of catching flatheads. This old blue cat come along and messed it all up for us. That's all right. It's good to see them again. I was beginning to wonder about them. This one here's got some mud all the way at the top of his back. He's been down there kind of hunkered down on bottom here at some point recently, or been in something down there, kind of debris or something. All right, let's tell him bye. See you, pal. There you go. There's our next bait going down, just a hunk of skipjack. Send it down and hope something else comes along. I don't care if it's a blue or flathead, I'll take either one. Well guys, I am packed up and on my way back to the car. This morning's trip out here was kind of slow. I got those 2 small flatheads and that small blue all before about 8:30, and then the last 2.5 hours, I have had nothing going on. I mean, not even a peck at my baits since then. So that's just kind of how it's been for me here lately. I haven't had much action. That last trip, I got a monster flathead. I mean, that thing was a whopper, but then that was the only fish I got. And that's just, like I said, kind of been how it's been lately. All my trips have been very slow, not getting a lot of numbers, and most of the fish I've been getting haven't been very good quality. But you know what, I'm just going to keep putting in the time. That's all you can do, is just put in the time, be thankful for the fish you do catch, and eventually things will turn around and I'll get back on them. But anyway, it's that time of the day. I'm going to take it to the house. Hope you enjoyed the limited action that I got in this video, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.